Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. MLS playoffs are officially kicking off in less than 5 minutes, actually less than 6 minutes. My bad on that. But we are so back. This is what the whole entire season's about. Everything is on the line. We're going to find out who's going to be the MLS Cup champion based on the results from this MLS Cup playoffs. I mean, this is the best time of the year. This is the best time of the year. This is where we find out who truly is the best team in Major League Soccer. There is so much incredible ball left to be played, so many good matchups, and it starts tonight. Now, there was obviously the two play-in matches between Chicago Fire, Orlando City, RSL, and Portland Timbers, but that was just a chance to play in and get to the MLS Cup playoffs. That was a chance to get a chance to win it all, right? I technically consider that the playoffs, but I consider this to be the start of the playoffs. But we're in store for an incredible night. We're finally here. We will see if Inter Miami can right their wrongs and bounce back after last year's disaster where they got bounced in the first round by Atlanta United. Hope you all are having a great Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on where you guys are at in the world. Got a lot of international viewers as well. But before we get into this, hope you guys are having a great night. Make sure you give us a like down below if you haven't already. Share with a friend. Let's grow the audience as much as we can. Great game tonight. Big match between Nashville SC and Inter Miami. Looks like the game got pushed back about 15 minutes as well. Interesting. It said 8 o'clock, but 8:15, it's fine. We got some stuff to talk about anyway. Make sure you like the stream, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And at halftime, we will be announcing a winner for the FC26 giveaway that we announced on the Neymar video a little over a week ago. I wanted to give it a little bit more time and just see what happens, and then figured I would announce it during this big match. So we'll announce the winner of the FC26 giveaway at halftime, so you're not going to miss that. But here we go. Miami, Nashville SC. We watched these two teams play a week ago tomorrow. Tomorrow. That was decision day. Hard to believe it's already been a week. A lot of stuff's happened in between. I want to know what you guys think. Who is going to win this match? Game 1 between Inter Miami and Nashville SC. Also, we're going to have some stuff to talk about Messi because he re-signed. Thought about doing a video on that, but we'll talk about that tonight a little bit about him re-signing with Inter Miami and what that means. But I want to know what you guys think. I want you to give me your score prediction between Miami and Nashville SC. On decision day, Inter Miami beat Nashville SC at Nashville 5-2, routed them, looked incredible. Messi had a hat trick and an assist and clinched the MVP in my opinion. I don't even think it's close after what we saw after that. But what is your score prediction for tonight's match? Let me know in the comment section down below, and then I'll give you my score. Let's read some of the comments. Amy says second. Appreciate you for stopping by, Amy. Ace Lino says, let's go Miami. Mr. says, hi, Will. Hi, chat. Mr. My good friend. Glad to see you here tonight. Hacker says, Messi, let's go for the hat trick or brace tonight. Let's see. Action. No, is Abhishek? I'm sorry. I can't remember the... Is Abhishek? I can't remember the original name, but Jetero is the secondary name. Says, hi, Will and Mr. in chat. Generic Soccer Club says, hello, everyone. Hacker says, going to be an intense match. Nashville's whole squad is strong. We'll see if it's a little bit better tonight. Mr. says he's got Miami winning tonight 3-1. Jetero says, I was expecting Orlando to put up a fight. They got routed on Wednesday. We'll see if there's any consequences for that. They need to fire their manager after that, but we'll see if that's what happens. Mr. says Orlando being out is probably a good thing for Miami. Orlando can attack on speed. And defensively, it's been a problem for Miami. That is one thing that I said, which, a lot of Orlando City fans weren't too happy about. But I was just being honest. I was just saying that this is a good thing if you're an Inter Miami fan. You're happy that Orlando City got bounced out of the playoffs because they were giving them trouble. And that's one less thing that Inter Miami have to worry about heading into the playoffs. Hacker says, hopefully Miami will win and Messi will become a big part for the win. We'll see. I would assume he probably would be. If they win, it'll probably be because Messi had something to do that. And by the way, let me check this starting 11 real quick too, because I haven't got a chance. I'm curious to see if Javier Mascherano grew a brain and he started Silvetti tonight, which I'm assuming he probably didn't because he normally doesn't make the right decision. Wouldn't be surprised to see Allende starting. And of course he is. Allende is starting. So they got Baltasar Rodriguez, good player, obviously, and they have Tadio Allende starting on the right side, which is a disaster and probably will end badly. They got Silvetti on the bench. Yes, Matteo Silvetti is on the bench. Not really sure why he's not starting. He was incredible when he played in his limited time for Inter Miami, and then he is also very good for the Argentine U20. So I'm not really sure why Matteo Silvetti is starting off on the bench for Inter Miami. Very puzzling decision for him, and he's got Noah Allen starting next to Maxi Falcone. So probably the best tandem at center back that Inter Miami can have. And here's another thing. Rocco Rios Novo is starting at goalkeeper for Inter Miami, not Ustari. Rocco has been playing pretty well, especially in the opportunities he's been given by Inter Miami. So Rocco gets to start tonight over Ustari. I think that's the right move. You got to go with the hot hand. You got to go with the more I get acrobatic goalkeeper, I would say, at this point, just because Oscar Ustari, even in his prime, wasn't that good. And at 40 years old, he's very, very limited. So I think that is a good decision to start Rocco Rios Novo over Oscar Ustari. And obviously Lujan, like, he's not starting because Noah Allen is back at his spot. And it's a pretty strong, tag set, Surridge, Schaffelberg, Hany Mukhtar, Acosta, Jaspek, Lovitz, Palacios, Zimmerman, Nahar, and Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis, what am I thinking? Joe Willis, I'm sorry. Wrong sport. But this is a pretty strong 11 from Nashville SC. This is why I think this is going to be an interesting game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout tonight. I'm thinking that it's going to be Inter Miami still beating Nashville SC because we saw how bad they beat them last week. But I think this game is going to be much closer than what we saw on Decision Day. I personally, and I want to read some of your guys' scores that you've made, some predictions, but I personally think that Inter Miami is going to win this game 2-1. 2-1 is my prediction for tonight's game, which is game 1 of the 2025 MLS Cup Playoffs. It's a big night, by the way. Huge night for Major League Soccer. Huge night if you're a soccer fan, if you like playoffs. Big night. This is the best time of the season in MLS, and it's not even close. So I have Inter Miami winning 2-1 over Nashville SC, taking game 1. Game 2 will be at Nashville SC. And if they win that game, they'll sweep. But we'll see. Let's read some of these scores. Kevin says he's 7-5. That would be a hell of a game. Busan says 3-2. Need some scores, by the way. Some names. Need to see who you guys think are going to win. 2-2 Nashville win or tie for plus 165 is what Harry says. Hacker says 3-2 Messi for a brace, an assist, and a win. Angel says I need to see some drama in this game. I think we will. That's the thing. I want you guys to watch this. If this is your first MLS playoffs, which hopefully it's not. Hopefully you guys have Ashcan. Yeah, Ashcan. Sorry, Ashcan, by the way. I'm so sorry. There's just so many names. I really wish it wouldn't screw up and use your ats and it would use your names I'm accustomed to seeing. So I'm sorry, Ashcan. But if this is the first time you guys have watched the playoffs, the intensity in these matches are just on a different level. The intensity in these matches are on a different level. The stakes are higher. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it on the pitch. You just see it. Like, there's not a lot of room for error, or you're going to lose and you're going to go home. So I expect that this to be the highest quality soccer you guys have seen in Major League Soccer in 2025. I don't think it will even be close. This game is going to be very intense. Watch me say that, and it's an absolute stinker. But it shouldn't be like that. If history tells us anything, this game is going to be electric. It's going to be high intensity. There's just going to be a certain sense of, I don't want to say pressure, but there's just going to be a certain sense of live or die on the pitch. Like, you have to play a certain way or you're going to lose. And I just think that that's what's going to, give us the best results. So I just think it's going to be a great game. And I just can't wait for it to start. And I hope that because they didn't push it back to 8:15, that means we're also going to get the 10-minute delay, so the game doesn't start till 8:25. That'd be kind of crazy. But this is just incredible, folks. This is what it's all about. Hacker says 3-2 Messi for brace. I think I read that one already. Generic Soccer Club says 2-1. Ace Lino says 5-0. Miami is hurting that booty tonight. Kevin says 6-1 Miami. Keyshawn says this series is going to go 3 games. If it goes 3 games, anything can happen. I mean, Miami, I might feel a little bit worried that they can make it if it goes 3 games, but we'll see. I mean, anything's possible. Michael Pelly says, with the retirement announcements of Busquets and Alba, I expect Miami to be locked in like they were in the Club World Cup. And I agree that that's a good point because a lot of people were skeptical. And listen, we got the streams. We got to break out the Coke Zero. But I would say, need the caffeine. I would say that the Club World Cup with the group stage, I think it was Benfica, it was Palmeiras, and it was it Al Ali? I think maybe. I'm trying to remember if Al Ali was in the group with Miami, if they were in the group with LAFC. I can't remember. But either way, that was a tough group, and they won. They did really well in that group. So maybe they do. Maybe they have this sense of not just urgency, but like redemption, because they want to make sure that all these guys go out on the highest note. Spencer says he thinks it's going to be 3-2 Nashville SC. Miami fence is 8. I thought it was 8:15. Well, when I looked at it yesterday, it said 8 originally, so I'm a little confused as well. I don't know exactly what happened. By the way, I'm late on comments. I'm so sorry. I'm getting to these. Let's see. Messi signing until 2028. He's not going to let Ronaldo retire. Yeah, Ronaldo's going to have to keep playing to keep his. I think his goal advantage, right? He's like, does he have 100 goals more than Messi does? I can't remember if he has 100, or if they're closer than that. I really can't remember what the how close the gap is. Mr. says Balthasar is a good option. My thoughts on Allende. Allende is just pretty much unanimously hated. I don't know anyone who really likes him, but that's a huge question mark. I thought Matteo Salvetti would be starting. Miguel asks, winner of this plays winner of Fire versus Philly. No, the winner of this will play the winner of Charlotte FC. No. Who's the second? The second seed is Cincinnati. The winner of this series will play the winner of Cincinnati versus Columbus. So the winner of this series will play the winner of Hell is Real. Cincinnati versus Columbus. Philadelphia Union, and Chicago Fire series winner will play the winner of Charlotte FC and New York City FC. Let's see. Got a lot of other scores. Amy says she thinks Messi's going to have a hat trick. You called it last time. We'll see if he can do it back to back. Busan says, I'm scared of Mascherano. He seems clueless sometimes. He is clueless. There's no seems. He is clueless. He wins. This team wins in spite of him, not because of him. And it was Porto, Palmeiras. So it was, it was Porto, Palmeiras, and Al Ali. Isaiah says, hey, Will, Isaiah, appreciate you for stopping by. Harry says Fox has some NASCAR truck race on overtime. Is that why the delay? That's pretty funny if that's true. MD says the greatest contract renewal in North American soccer history, greatest contract extension in MLS history. What you say about Messi extension? Well, we'll touch on Messi's extension real quick because we got a little bit of time. Like I said, we're a little earlier than I planned. I thought the game was going to probably kick off around 8:10. So just to touch on Messi's extension, I'm thinking about maybe making another video on this, but it's a big deal because Messi's guaranteeing he's going to be here until 2028. Now, here's the catch. What does that mean? Does that mean that now the rumor is that the schedule is going to change in 2027 and it's going to go to the European calendar? So that would mean that the season starts at the end of 27 and then the season ends at the middle of 2028, like the summer, right? So I'm curious to see if his deal ends at the end of December of 2028, or does it end at the end of the summer 2028, meaning that's when the season. So I'd like to know that first of all. But either way, Messi's going to have 2026. He's going to have the weird half season 2027. He's going to have the full season in the new calendar in 27, 28. So Messi's probably going to be here for about 2.5 more seasons, I would say. probably 2.5 more seasons. But it's very important to have him here during the World Cup, obviously, because you want the biggest star in the world to be in your league during the World Cup. That's what better selling point could you have than that, is the first thing. But second of all, he's the face of the league. You need to continue to have his. Now, some people are going to say that there's Messi fatigue or that Messi isn't really moving the needle, yada yada yada. But either way, having him in the league, he is the face of Major League Soccer. Having him here does give some more stability. And that's another thing that's important. Anytime that Messi is a free agent or there's uncertainty about his future. Oh God, is Tolman calling it tonight? I mean, I'm not shocked, but it is what it is. But anytime there's any uncertainty of his future, it's always this drama. Like, where is he going to go? And by the way, like, you see on the screen too, it even says on FOTMob it was supposed to start at 8:00. So I knew I wasn't crazy, but I didn't just put that together. But anytime Messi is out of contract or that he's a free agent, there's always this saga of like, where is he going to go? Is he going to re-sign with Barca? Is he going to, is he going to PSG, throughout the years? So the fact they are able to lock him down tells you that he is happy where he is at. He wants to be there and he's committed. Like, that's a big deal. That is a huge deal. So now Messi is going to officially go down as an Inter Miami icon. Now, not to say he never was going to, but it's going to officially happen. He's going to be the all-time scorer in club history. And I don't know if anyone's going to beat that. Just depends on how many more goals he scores. Probably no one in the near future. But he is locked in. He is ready to go. Keyshawn says Messi wants 1,000 goals. Maybe he does. But he's ready to go. He wants to be part of this Miami team. He's going to be a part of the ownership group. He's not going anywhere. Like, he is locked in, committed, and he wants to stay here at Inter Miami in Major League Soccer. It's a big deal for Major League Soccer, and I could be happier that he's going to stay. Mr. Mister says, I still think he might do a 2029 at Newell Old Boys back in Rosario for a year. He's a boy. He's boyhood club. He's also his boyhood club. I think he went to, I want to say he signed with Barca's Academy, La Masia. Was it 2000? I think he was when he left Newell Old Boys. Something like that. Hacker says, not going to lie, I never heard about MLS until Messi played here. He is the face of any league where he goes. I mean, there's an argument to that for sure. I mean, he definitely brings a lot of attention, and MLS doesn't want to see him go. Harry says, with crash every other lap, this truck race has 5 laps to go. That's funny. I mean, you can watch it. Is that really why there's a delay? Is it really because of a monster truck rally? Because if that's the case, we're in deep trouble. If we're getting outclassed and if we're being overlooked for a monster truck rally, we're in deep trouble. Like, things are not good here if that's really what's happening. But listen, this is going to be an exciting night. We'll see if Miami can right their wrongs. And we'll see if they can have any redemption. Because here's another thing. If they lose any game this season outside of the MLS Cup final, I think the only way that Javier Mascherano keeps his job is if he wins the MLS Cup. But maybe if he makes it, he'd be fine. I think he's gone. So he's coaching for his job. If not, Inter Miami might have their 4th manager in the last 3 years. So there is a lot at stake right now for Inter Miami. There is a lot at stake. Well, more specifically, Javier Mascherano. He's coaching for his job right now. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see if he's able to live up to the moment, because Tata Martino wasn't able to do it. They lost to a terrible Atlanta United team last year. But the excitement, guys, I'm just telling you, this is what it's all about. Now, I do wish that this was, I don't know if you guys saw my post about wishing this wasn't a 3-game series, because it just kind of, you don't want to watch these teams play 4 times, but I'm still excited. I wish this was 2 legs at worst case, but a single elimination. But I mean, I guess technically it could be 2 games as long as they take care of business. Like, I really don't care who wins tonight. I just really hope it's a good game. But I would tell you this: if Inter Miami did get bounced back-to-back years in the first round, that would be really crazy for Major League Soccer. It'd be really bad for MLS to have Messi out in the first round. I mean, if we're just being honest, right? Like we're just being honest. If Messi gets bounced out of the first round, back-to-back years, you know that's bad for the league. It is. It's a business. It's true. It's true. Mister, they got the wrong ex-Barca player as manager. Should have been Xavi. Soon, I think that will happen. If they do fire Mascherano, my betting favorite would be Xavi Hernandez. It'd be Xavi Hernandez if they end up firing Javier Mascherano, which could happen. We'll see. SPH says, why are there so many Toyotas in American NASCAR? Because they're great cars, right? Michael Pelly says, do you think Messi will keep his kids in Miami Academy or move them to Barcelona? I don't know how old his kids are. I want to say, I don't even remember what the oldest one is. Is it Thiago? I think Messi is the oldest one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how old he is, but maybe, I mean, he's going to be here another 3 years. So maybe they end up just staying here. I'm not sure. Butterdog says Xavi should be the next one. I think there's a chance he could be. He could be. Ernest Aguilar says if you don't fire the coach, it's going to look worse. If you don't fire the fired coach, it's going to look worse. If you don't fire him if he fails. Genero says kickoff is at 8:25. Oh my God, it got delayed another 10 minutes. Oh my. I don't think it's on right now. I think it's delayed. Is it? Oh, you're talking about the normal, typical 10-minute delay. Okay, good. Because then the game wouldn't start till 8:35. Okay, I got the game on now. Let's see. They're doing some ads. Promoting the playoffs. I mean, this is exciting. I don't know if you guys did watch the Orlando City versus Chicago game. Now, it was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't really close. But it was still exciting to watch just because it was a winner go home type deal. So I was entertained by that. The Portland game, it was okay. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad match, but it wasn't nearly as exciting for me as the Chicago Fire match. That's just my personal preference. And it looks like there's fans in the crowd. For some reason there for a second, it looked like there was a lot of empty seats, but no, there's a lot of people here tonight. As well as there should be. It's MLS Cup Playoffs. This is it, guys. This is awesome stuff. I'm just so blessed and so excited to watch this and see what happens. I mean, this is so much fun. And, I like doing these watch alongs with you guys. It's really fun to see what happens in real time and, just talk about the match. I'm excited. I think that Miami have a good chance. I don't necessarily agree with the odds. I don't want to spoil it in case some of you guys haven't watched my MLS Cup playoff prediction video. Miami does give me there's a little bit of cause for concern on certain things, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It has nothing to do with Messi. It's more about the roster around him and Javier Mascherano, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Delayed again. Busan says, imagine Busquets going instantly from a player to coach. I mean, I guess he technically could. He technically could if he's smart enough to do that. Nick Smith says it's delayed a few minutes because of the golden boot nonsense. Are they doing a ceremony for him for the golden boot? Jeez. They're milking it, aren't they? Impressed for award, obviously. I mean, no hate for winning the award, but my God, he's just going to be announced MVP like in a week or two. They're going to do another ceremony for him as well. Let's see. FS1 will broadcast match or not. I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. Is Miami's new stadium next season? Yes, it is. I don't know the exact opening date, but I think they're trying to have it opened by May of 2026. I think that's the plan as of now. We'll see what happens, but I think 2026 May is what's probably going to be the opening day. Roca says, hey, just got here. Why is it delayed? I don't know. There's conflicting reports. Someone said about the golden boot presentation, the award to Messi. Someone said there's a monster truck race on FS1, which would be wild if that was the case. That would be insane if MLS got overlooked by a monster truck race. And that's part of the reason why that is part of the reason why MLS wanted to bail on the traditional channels, because they weren't highly prioritized. I mean, if you're getting out overlooked by a monster truck rally, I mean, things are really bad. Let's be honest. MD says Javier Mascherano should play harem ball. Amy says we should be happy Messi won the Golden Boot. I mean, congratulations. The 29 goals is pretty damn good. Butterdog says just don't bring on Alvarez. I doubt they will bring him on tonight. Normally, if he doesn't start, he normally doesn't play, but there's been a couple of circumstances where he has. But I would expect Noah Allen and Maxi Falcone, barring any injuries, to play the full 90. I could be wrong, though. Yep, here we go. I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing it in real time. Seeing Messi receive his Golden Boot. Don Garber is there. Looks a little windy tonight, too. This is intense, guys. Oh, man, I love the playoffs so much. I love it. Hey, Sleeto. You're crazy, man. Let's see. MD says, Will, what you say about 2026 and 2027 MLS MVP is Lionel Andres Messi? There's a chance, but it could be a battle next year. There could be a guy named Son Heung-min who competes for it. Andrew says, go Nashville. There's a chance. There's a chance they could win tonight. Michael Pelly says MLS teams need to start retreating the managers as the fourth DP and spend what they need to spend. Some teams do cheap out on their managers. I don't know why, but I mean, I think it definitely matters, and that's why I think a lot of these cheaper, older managers, older as in like old school MLS managers, but some of them are old too. Honestly, they're being weeded out because they're bad. They're not good. Oscar Pereira is a perfect example. He's not adapting to current Major League Soccer, and that's why Orlando City came up short this year. Roca says, did you watch the Portland RSL game? I did watch the Portland RSL game. I just thought it was a little, I don't think it was bad, but I just felt like, it just kind of felt like a mismatch. Like, I don't know. I mean, I picked Portland to win. I just don't think RSL's that good. I didn't really enjoy that match as much as I did the Chicago Fire Orlando City match, to be honest with you. Busan says it's 3:20 a.m. already here in Greece, but I will prevail. Good luck. No. Hey, that's dedication. But you know what? This is, at least it's not a regular season match, right? At least this is a game with something on the line. I mean, this is a good game. It should be a good game. Let me preface that. It should be a good game. It should be. But we'll see. Mr. says Big Ange is currently available. Yeah, 40-day tenure. Absolutely incredible. Roca says playoffs is the best part of the year, even if your team isn't in it. No, I agree with that. This is the most exciting time of the year. I don't even think it's close. I mean, this is what we're going to know who the champions are of Major League Soccer by the end of, well, not the end of, but by December, we'll know who the best team is in the league. Who's going to be able to hoist that Philip Anschutz trophy and be deemed the team of MLS. SPH says they have a guy named Honeycutt racing in a NASCAR. Oh man, that sounds terrible. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's not good. Let's see. Jean Song says, "What just got here? Why is it delayed?" I mean, apparently there's conflicting reports. I think it's probably because of this monster truck rally on FS1, which is absurd. Absurd. Yeah, Keyshawn says, how is there no games on tomorrow? Well, there's no games on tomorrow because they don't want to compete with college football. They don't want to compete with any college football matches tomorrow because college football isn't as organized as NFL. NFL is 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m. on Sundays. College football is 12, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's games on all day long. And I guess technically just based on the time gaps, 1, 4, 8, there's games on all day too, but it's just too many games in college football, way too many games. So no MLS games on Saturday. Probably a smart move, honestly, but it is weird. They have 3 games on Sunday, but they're all later. So they're only going to be competing with Sunday night. Sunday night soccer or Sunday night football, except for the Philadelphia Chicago game. But I did find it interesting that a team like LAFC and Austin, they don't play till, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah, they don't play till Wednesday. So it is a little weird that some teams' first game is tonight, and then other teams' first game is a week from when Chicago and Portland played. That's just a little weird. Little weird, honestly. A little weird. I'm so disappointed that Inter Miami hired Javier. I wish we had hired Xavi. Well, you might get your wish pretty soon. You might get your wish pretty soon. Xavi Hernandez to Miami is also difficult. He might not consider to leave here. Yeah, I don't think that really matters to him. He's been out of club. He hasn't coached a team since May of 2024. I don't think that he really cares like that. I do think he is waiting for a good opportunity, but I don't think he really cares about coaching in Europe. When you coach for your dream job like Barcelona, anything he does after that is going to be a step down. Like, he's literally already done the best possible, landed the best possible gig he could possibly get. There's nothing that's ever going to top that. So anything he does from this point forward would be a step down. Hacker says Jurgen Klopp to Miami might hit. I don't think Jurgen Klopp's going to coach again. By the way, it looks like we actually have a 8:25 kickoff. They're about to kick off. The first MLS playoff match is officially about to begin, and this is technically the first matchup of the MLS Cup playoffs. The play-in games don't really count as a playoff match. So we'll see what happens. All right. Kickoff has officially happened. We're underway. Inter Miami versus Nashville SC. Here we go. Here we go. Klopp is busy with his Red Bull job. Yeah, I don't think Klopp is coming. And my whole point about Inter Miami in the playoffs has been Messi's good. He's the best, right? But who is going to step up around him? They can't continue to rely only on Messi. They've got to have someone else step up and help him out. And we're going to see who does this. Who is going to be that player that steps up in the playoffs and helps Messi out for Inter Miami? Is it going to be Luis Suárez, La Tortuga? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be. We'll see. But someone is going to have to step up. Someone is going to. I have no idea why this just reset again. Let me refresh this. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It literally had the clock up and then it just went away. Whatever. We'll refresh it in a little bit. Oh, foul on Rodrigo de Paul. Another thing too you got to keep in mind is that Inter Miami is a very old team. They are an old team. They have like several players that are 35 plus starting. So are they going to be worn down by playing this best of 3 series? I don't know. We'll see. They got to play, what is it? They have to play 3 matches in the next 2 weeks. Maybe in less than 2 weeks. Messi. Jordi Alba passes it to Suárez. Suárez playing kind of deep. Passes it to Baltasar Rodriguez. Oh, nice pass to Messi. Oh, he's fouled by Hany Mukhtar. Pulled him down. Is he going to get yellow for that? Let's see. No yellow for Hany Mukhtar. Yeah, he pulled Messi down. I mean, kind of. I don't know. That kind of seems a little soft, to be honest with you. But yeah, the game started already. Okay, so the clock's on now, so we're good. Roca says, usually I go live myself, but I think I'll hang out here today. Drop them likes. Yes, if you guys haven't already, I think we're at like 25 likes. Might be more than that now. Make sure you like the stream down below if you haven't already. Let's try to get to 100 likes. This is the MLS Cup Playoffs opening game. This is the big deal. This is where the magic starts. This is where all the excitement happens in MLS. So make sure you guys give us a like down below. Try to get to 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the beginning of all of our MLS Cup playoff coverage. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of our live stream watch alongs, post-game recaps, and any video we drop. You're not going to miss that. So smash the little bell notification. But we will also have a post-game recap after this too. Messi with the free kick, deflected out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for Inter Miami. Yeah, Messi, has he scored a free kick goal this year? I can't remember. I don't think he has. I don't think Messi has scored a free kick goal this year for Inter Miami. Looks like some water's bouncing off the pitch too. I wonder if that will be affecting anything. The pitch being a little slippery. Mr. says Nashville's goalkeeper looks like my old next door neighbor. Yeah, he does. Joe Willis does look crazy. That's funny though. If you ever see that guy again, you should call him Joe Willis and just see what he says. Michael Pelly says it feels like Inter Miami like to start off the match slow at home and let the other team run around in the heat and humidity, so they are tired in the second half. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's fair. I would say that there's obviously a strategy that they play in these games. And he scored 2 this year. Who did he score his free kicks again? I'm trying to remember who he scored his free kicks again. He scored 29 goals in league play. I'm just trying to remember his free kicks. I remember him being like close, but missing on a lot of free kicks this year. I just have to remember who he was doing it against, who he scored the free kicks against. But yeah, as far as Inter Miami, the humidity is obviously really bad in South Florida. The heat's really bad. Although it might feel all right now since it's late October. Maybe it does feel pretty good in Miami, better than it does in the summer. But I would say that this does have an impact on teams playing there. I will say, though, that the humidity in Nashville is pretty bad. I can attest to this. The Nashville humidity is pretty damn bad. It's pretty bad. Busquets at center back. So is he playing? I don't think he's playing a sweeper. He looks pretty far up to me. I don't think he is playing center back, is he? Yeah, Porto. That's right. He did score a free kick against Porto. That's right. That's right. Ernestino says, first time ever in his career, for the first time ever in his career, that he what? Mr. says, last Messi free kick goal I remember is Porto. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I don't think he scored one in MLS, though, this year, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting. It looks like they almost are playing a 4-3-3 right now. Looks like they got Suárez up top, Messi on the right side, Baltasar. They look like they had him on the left side, and they had Tadio Allende playing in the midfield, which is a horrible idea because he's not normally good in any position, but in the midfield is a disaster. Oh, nice pass from DePaul to Messi. Oh, deflected. It was offside anyway. Roca says, when in possession, Busquets drops in between the center backs, not necessarily playing as a center back. Got to check out his positioning when Nash has the ball. Looks like he's just playing as a 6 like he normally does, but I don't think he's playing as a sweeper in this game. I don't think he is. Messi winning an MLS Cup would be cool. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're an Inter Miami fan, that'd be cool. And I'm sure MLS would love to see Inter Miami win an MLS Cup because it'd be good for business. Busan says, I wonder what hidden qualities Allende has that we fans don't see. Probably not many. Not many. I have no idea why he's starting. I have no idea why he's starting in this match, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Tadio Allende is some hidden gem in the playoffs that we just don't know about. PJ Callahan's a good manager too. You got to keep that in mind. Like I said, the bad performance against Inter Miami at Nashville in the decision date, throw that out the window. It does not matter anymore. This is a completely clean slate. All that stuff does not matter anymore at this point. Abhishek says he scored on a free kick against Nashville this year in July. Maybe he did. I don't remember that, but I mean, that was several months ago. Maybe he did. Roca says, yeah, Busquets is definitely not playing as center back, at least right now. No, I think he's playing just as his normal CDM. He might be playing kind of deep, but I think he's just playing as a central. He's just playing as a defensive midfielder. Now, Luis Suárez is playing super deep. Like, damn, he's in between Noah Allen and Falcone. It's going to take him like 10 minutes just to get back into his normal position. Especially with that jog he just had, the pace he was going at. I mean, the FC 26 pace of 15 that he had just then. That was terrible. By the way, when I announce the FC 26 winner, I'm going to announce it on here, but I'm also going to make a post about it. So that way, in case the person who won isn't just in case they're not watching this, right? Maybe they're not able to watch the stream with us tonight. Booston says, which team do you support? Or are you completely neutral? Yeah, I don't have a team. I just, cover the most relevant topics in MLS and just the league in general. I don't support any team. I'm not a fan of any team. Messi's kind of playing deep. Messi looking for Baltasar Rodriguez. Jordi Alba actually. Good clearance by Andy Nahar. Roca says Suárez just spent 70% of his stamina. He probably did. That's funny. They need to try to keep Luis Suárez as far up the pitch as they possibly can, because when he's that deep, it's going to take him at least 20 minutes to get back. It's going to take him at least 20 minutes to get back to the top of the pitch. Ooh, no, Allen. Look like he pushed him in the back, though, on Schaffelberg. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on that. Jordi Alba's going to make the throw in. Rodrigo de Paul. He's playing pretty deep. I think Rodrigo de Paul has been disappointing for Inter Miami, but he definitely looks better. Oh my God. Bad giveaway by Noah Allen. Terrible giveaway. Oh my God. Jacob Schaffelberg had it on a platter. What the hell was that? Oh my God. Jacob Schaffelberg had an opportunity. Busquets, you think that Luis Suárez can get to that? You think he's going to be able to make it that run? Did you guys see this pass right here? Who is he fooling? That was a terrible look. Busquets must have not known who he was passing to, because there's just no way in hell that La Tortuga was going to catch that. There's no way he was going to catch that. Schaffelberg should have scored that, but Schaffelberg is kind of weird. Like, he's got good pace. Oh, Mukhtar. Good defending by Noah Allen. Corner for Nashville SC. I'm telling you, don't discredit Nashville SC. Don't discredit Nashville SC. That was a great pass to Hany Mukhtar. Will MLS pause for the World Cup? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Roca says DePaul and Busquets are both alternating on who drops down for the buildup. Yeah, that makes sense. On the last one, it was DePaul, but God, that pass from Busquets, what the hell was he thinking? Mr. says, playing in my FC 26 career just before the stream. Tommy's in bed, so Dad thought he'd have half an hour on it. Yeah, no, maybe longer than that, right? I mean, you might have bought it for him, but maybe you bought it for yourself, right? I mean, I haven't even bought FC 26 yet for myself. I need to buy that. Ernest Aguilar says DePaul doesn't look good because they're using him wrong. He likes to be able to gamble, go and think he can, and you think he can with that defense. Yeah. Harry says if he was left-footed, he would have scored that. Are you talking about Schaffelberg? Yeah, his pace. Look how much time he had, though. He had. Oh my. That was. Oh, Schaffelberg is the epitome of an average MLS player. Now, he obviously has some elite traits as far as his pace. He's one of the fastest players in the league, but his finishing skills are just very, very subpar. And a professional soccer player should have had a better strike than that. I think we can all agree. We can agree on that. Certainly, Ceramics says I got to root for Nashville here to support my boy BJ Callahan. Hey, the future USMNT manager, right? The future USMNT coach. I'm all in. Jordi Alba looking for Allende. Can't get there. Saved. Joe Willis. So it seems like Nashville SC has never beaten Messi in the they've never beaten Inter Miami in the Messi era. Nashville SC has never beaten Inter Miami in the Messi era. So this would be interesting if they were able to do it tonight. Roca says my grandma would have scored that. Maybe she would have. Mr. says he knows dad goes on it when he's in bed. I play career mode. Tommy's likes playing the online stuff. Well, there you go. At least you guys don't have to worry about him playing on your account and you playing on his account. So that's good. I haven't played in a career in a little bit. I need to get back to that. I haven't played a career on there in a while. Inter Miami, 15 minutes in, they feels like there's a lot of missed opportunities. The wind's pretty bad. There's a lot of napkins and stuff just blowing on the field right now. It's kind of crazy. But they look a little shaky. But I feel like you can't overreact to Inter Miami just because they can just turn it on so quickly. Baltasar Rodriguez, Suárez, Jordi Alba, bad pass giveaway, taken away by Nashville SC. God, that was a terrible pass by Hany Mukhtar. Okay, this is looking a little sloppy right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is definitely looking a little more sloppy than I anticipated. Certainly, Ceramics says, "What happens if there's a tie?" I think they go straight to penalties, if I'm not mistaken. If there's a tie, I don't think they do extra time. It goes straight to penalties, and I think that's what they do. I think it goes straight to penalties. Suarez, oh, both teams are nervous. I would say there is a little bit of nerves. I would say there's a little bit of nerves, just because it is the opening playoff game. Love it's the Surge. Oof. Oh my god, it's so sloppy. I'd see how many turnovers are in this game. Amy says, I really want Inter Miami to win. I would say that I feel like we'll see what happens. Like there's just so much time left. Inter Miami, I mean, it opened up most in the second half. That's when things really, really, really blew up in the second half for Inter Miami and Nashville SC. Eric says, Yo, Will. Eric, appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. Inter Miami's winning on possession around 58% to Nashville SC's 42, but I don't know. Do they even have a shot on goal yet? I don't think they do. I don't think Inter Miami do. Now, Sergio Busquets is playing pretty deep right now. He looks like a sweeper right now. He's playing super deep right now. Almost like Jordi Alba. As wide as Noah Allen's playing right now, it's almost like Jordi Alba's playing as a winger right now. That's kind of what it looks like. Busquets looking for Suárez, intercepted by Nashville SC. Oh my god, this game is so sloppy. This is like some preseason stuff. Allende able to come away with it. Messi, beautiful ball from DePaul. Out wide to Suárez. Suárez to Messi. Oh, what a header! Nice. Suárez to Messi. Messi scores the header. That was beautiful. What a goal. Yo, Messi with the header. What a header by Lionel Messi. Assist by Luis Suárez. Who the hell was supposed to be marking him? He was wide open. Hany Mukhtar, what was he doing? Wow. The GOAT. Mr. Mister says Amy's hat trick prediction might be on again. More header goals than Ronaldo this year. Hat trick coming soon. Wow. 1-0, Inter Miami. Messi scores first to put them up 1-0 over Nashville SC. Beautiful pass from Luis Suárez. And Messi's able to finish the header. It's Galactic Prophet said it's Jover. Ernest says Miami has the talent to win MLS Cup, but they also have the defense to lose it. That's perfectly put. Honestly, Ernest, that's perfectly put. They definitely have the attack to win it, but they do have the. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say the attack. I think they have the player to win it, which is Messi. Look at La Tortuga running there. It's crazy. But the defense is definitely a concern. Oh, oof. Cleared by Rocco Rios Novo. Messi versus Son or Mueller. Well, see, there's still a lot of games. They still got to win. If you remember, they won the game against Atlanta the first match, and they lost the following two. So there's still a lot of ball left. A lot of ball left. Oh, bad giveaway by Jordi Alba. My God, that's terrible. Bobby says that's why Luis should renew for one more year. Being a backup striker and being able to assist Messi like that would be crucial. Messi. Oh. Ian Frey. Oof. Ian Frey. What was that? Roca says now Nash completely failed the defensive system there. Messi had freedom to receive in between the midfield and defensive lines and to run in between the center backs. Merit to Miami for using that. Amy says, go Rocco. Ace Lino says, bro, Messi is feeling it tonight. This is like some vintage Messi stuff we're seeing tonight. Like, I'm not going to say that this is, don't want to disrespect him and say like this is the best, it's not the best game we ever seen him play, but like he's playing with a lot of urgency and he looks really good out of the gate so far. Like he looks pretty good. Messi does. By the way, we got 60 of you in the chat and only 31 likes. Let's try to get to 50 at least before halftime. We got 22 minutes plus added time before the half. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you haven't already. It helps us out. Share with a friend. We got a big game tonight for game one of the Inter Miami Nashville SC playoff series. Game 1 of 3. So make sure you share with a friend and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to try to hit 1,100 or 1,200. I think we're going to try to hit 1,200 subscribers before the MLS Cup playoffs are over with. I think we can do it. The momentum's been unreal. That playoff prediction video did incredible. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Eric Saul says Nashville is giving Tennessee a bad name. Some people think that all teams in Tennessee give Tennessee a bad name. Michael Pelly says, Will, if you could make a 26-man World Cup roster from MLS players, what formation would you use and how well do you think they would do? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Probably a 4-3-3, I'd say. 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Mr. says, if this is Rocco's only reason in Miami, then the streets will never forget. Ernest says Dodgers winning 1-0, bases loaded, Pages at bat. Interesting. I forgot that the World Series started tonight. But like I've told you guys this since day one, I do want to preface. I want to mention this, right? This is one of the reasons too why I do want the playoffs to change is because there are all these other things that are going on in our playoffs. College football, NFL, World Series, NBA season. What a bad giveaway. Oh my God. What the hell was that by Busquets? Oh, nice pass to Schaffelberg. Can he get to Hany? Oh, cleared out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. No, it's inbounds. I thought that was out. Wow. Throw in for Nashville SC, but Sergio or Luis Suarez was pretty far back right there. It's a bad giveaway by Sergio Busquets. Really bad giveaway. What was he doing? Now, what about League's World Cup? Teams are the best 26 of the league, no matter nationalities. What about a League's World Cup? A League's World Cup. I mean, we would be. I mean, we'd be in trouble in that too. Nashville goalkeeper looks pissed. Oh, Joe Willis. I must have missed his face when I was reading a comment. Butterdog says need Messi assist so he can make it his 400th career assist. Is that what? So he's one away from 400. So he's got 800 plus goals and 400 assists. That's an incredible 1,200 goal contributions is insane. 1,200 goal contributions. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Out of bounds. Inter Miami throw in. What if Messi scored his perfect hat trick? Messi. Oof. It's gonna be out of bounds. It's gonna be goal kick. That's good defending by Lovitz. But also, I think Messi just couldn't get to it. He got pulled on a little bit. That's good. That's close. I mean, I don't think he fouled him, but that was a good defense by Lovitz. Busquets, Suarez, can he get to it? Oh, too slow. Messi, fouled. So the Costa. I think Acosta fouled. Yeah, Acosta fouled Messi. Messi's just been balling tonight, though. He looks very, very locked in. Like he looks like he is just a man on a mission tonight. All right, second free kick tonight for Messi. Let's see if he can do anything with it. I think this one's a little deeper though, too. We'll see if he can make the most of this. 1-0, 27th minute. Enter Miami. Out of bounds. Nashville SC goal kick. 28th minute, 1-0. Nashville SC missed several opportunities. No one to blame but themselves. Bad kick by Zimmerman. Roca says one of the things that separates a pro player from an amateur is how they use their arms to protect the ball. Also, when defending, to destabilize the ball holder, like we just seen happen to Messi. I agree with that. Out of bounds going to be probably a corner, right? Corner Nashville SC. Eric says Miami is dumb. They sign if they sign Lewandowski. I think they're dumb if they sign Neymar or Lewandowski. Ace Lino says Messi equals John J. Rambo. Sam Surridge, who was third in the Golden Boot race this year, maybe he ended up getting goal on decision day. Maybe he tied for second place. Either way, second place, third place. Sam Surridge has been pretty neutralized. I don't think he's really done anything. He really hasn't made any noise almost 30 minutes into this game. Look at Messi. It's Balthasar. Never mind. I don't know. Their body types are very similar, but he obviously doesn't have a beard like Messi. But I was like, damn man, Messi is running for it right there. But that was Balthasar Rodriguez, not Messi. Big Chungus says, who are your top 5 MLS teams this season? No particular order. LAFC, Inter Miami, San Diego FC, Vancouver, and Charlotte FC. Sergio, Jordi Alba. Do you think Messi sets MLS goal record before he retires? Maybe. Oh, nice pass to Allende. Can he finish? Of course he can. Allende. Saved by Joe Willis. It's a good pass from DePaul, though. Was he? Yeah, he was onside. Good pass from DePaul to Allende, but Allende does what Allende does. God, if he was anyone of quality, I mean, the guy, any person who's had as many chances as Allende would probably have like 25 goals this year. Good defending by Noah Allen right there. Maybe the 26-man roster would be a good offseason video. Like the best 26-man team in the in MLS. You say Surge has been pretty anonymous, but it's only takes 1 second. No, that's true. It does just take 1 second, but they need him to play. They need him to play well if they want to have any chance in this series. They need him. They need their striker. They need him to ball out. But like you said, I mean, it could just be 1 second, and it could just 1 second he scores, and it's they're in it. Suárez out wide. Ian Frey. Messi to Frey. Oh my God, Frey, what was that? Horrible missed opportunity. He had all the space. Why didn't he cross it? What was Ian Frey? Ian Frey is a terrible crosser. Look at how much space he had. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a Allende, so he probably would have missed it anyway, but at least give him a chance. I don't think you're hitting it from that angle. Just want to say that the commentary is ace on FS1. Commentators are Callum Williams and Devin Keir. I think they also work for Apple TV, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. says, I remember Gabriel Batistuta at Fiorentina. He'd do nothing for 89 minutes and then he'd get his one chance and he would score it. I guess that is all it takes. But you would like your striker to be in modern day, be a difference maker and just kind of put the defense. That was a bad giveaway. Good recovery by Sergio Busquets, though, giving advantage to Miami. Oh, Messi, I don't think he was ready for it. It was a good pass by Busquets. Ace Limo says if Allende was just a tiny bit better, Messi would have broken Carlos Vela's record. If Allende was just a tiny bit better, he would have like 25 goals this year. I mean, the guy's had more chances than I've ever seen an MLS player have, and he just can't put them away. He just can't put them away. Foul, no Allen. Really even game in terms of space given by both teams. The difference is Miami has top tier quality to make use of those spaces. That's a good point. But I just worry still about their legs and their age. In Nashville SC definitely could turn things around. It's not looking like they're going to do that at this point, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. 35 minutes in, 1-0, Inter Miami over Nashville SC. Nashville missed opportunities. They're not making the most of their chances. Messi's playing incredible in the first half. So, I think at this point, there's not really anything that Inter Miami could do any better at this point or wish for it at this moment. Nashville's, kind of shooting themselves in the foot, and then Messi's balling out. Oh God, what a touch. Suárez out wide. Rodriguez. Alba. I definitely bring on Silvetti for Allende at halftime. Yeah, I think they need to start him every game, but I don't even know if he'll come on that soon. I think maybe if he does come on at all, it would be the 70th, 80th minute. He might not even play in this game. Nice pass from Altasar to Jordy. Oh, oh. Tonight, BJ Callahan is regretting not taking the USMNT job. I don't know if I don't think they ever really offered it to him, but I don't think that was really ever in consideration. Michael Pelly says Sounders need a striker. Maybe they should sign Lewandowski. Mueller and Lewandowski cascading cup rivalry. That'd be pretty incredible. See, I would like to see Lewandowski go to a team like that or Chicago or something like that. Good defending by Falcone. Intercepts the ball, passes it to Busquets. Schaffelberg's getting chippy. He's pushing Busquets quite a bit. Would you choose Greg or BJ? Oh, BJ all day. BJ all day. Oh God. Schaffelberg is really, really having a bad first half. I mean, first it was the missed opportunity in the first earlier in the game. Then he had a chance to set Sam Surge up on a platter, on an absolute platter to score that goal, and he just passed it way too short. Weak pass intercepted by Inter Miami, but Schaffelberg has been playing pretty poor in the first half, in my opinion. Ooh, Luis Suárez, good pass out to Jordi Alba. Rodriguez, weak pass, intercepted by Andy Nahar. Schaffelberg deflect out of bounds for a Nashville throw in. Amy says Messi really wants MLS Cup. I think he does, based on the way he's playing tonight. He looks very, very driven. That's a good block by Zimmerman though on that dummy that Suárez did to Messi. Schaffelberg is not having a particularly good season in all honesty. Yeah, it's really a shame because he had a couple good seasons for Nashville. He did really good for the Canadian national team, and he has kind of fallen off. Schaffelberg has for Nashville SC, but you can't miss opportunities like we saw early. You can't have two big mistakes like that, or two big misses like that, I should say. Suarez was fouled by Palacios. Free kick into Miami. Oof, yeah, that was pretty bad. Suarez. Man, for a guy who can't run, he can jump pretty high. That flop was. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't get fouled. He definitely got fouled, but he sold it pretty good there. I think he got like 4 feet off the air. 39 minutes in the first half. Inter Miami's up 1-0. We know the saying. They score one. They score multiple goals. They never just score one goal. So they've already got their one. So more goals are in the near future. Basically, says, I feel like Lewandowski will stay in Europe playing it for another Champions League team. I don't know. At 37, 38, I don't know. I don't know if he will. Roka said, I don't like the way Nashville's defending on a 4-3-3. It gives too much space when they tilt the bat to balance out depending on where the ball is. Like it's happened on the goal, giving space out wide too. Amy says goal Suarez. Does he score? Did he actually score? You might be ahead of us. Let's see. Yeah, I think I don't know if he scored. Maybe he does. Oh, maybe he does score. Amy, if he does score, you're like way ahead of us. Yeah, no spoilers. If you can, no spoilers. No spoilers if you can. I don't think Suarez scores. I don't think he scores. Luka Modric's 40 playing at for Milan. No, I mean you definitely can, but I don't think Modric has the running miles. Maybe he does that Lewandowski has. Lewandowski's still very good, but strikers normally don't play until they're 40 years old. Looks like Victoria Beckham is there with David Beckham. And he says, Hola, tío, watching from Mexico. Oh, man, the unk, huh? The unk. Damn, I don't think I'm an unk yet, am I? Messi with the corner. Oh, Suarez. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still. Amy's got me on edge there, especially after that. If Suarez had scored there, I'd be thinking like, "Are you from the future?" Because that'd be crazy. Like, well, she said that like 2 or 3 minutes ago. And he had two golden opportunities there. Suarez did. He tried with his right, then he tried with his left. Acelino says Cristiano Ronaldo just entered the chat. Suarez almost scored. Now he did almost twice, left and right. God, he always looks like he looks so tired. Suarez, I don't know how he plays full 90s at this point. 43 minutes in, 1-0 Inter Miami over Nashville SC. 43 minutes plus added time, or there'll be, 2 minutes plus added time left in the first half. Him and Messi and Neymar next year would be insane as far as like Unk FC. Kenny says, I've been Unk since I was a baby. Unk FC. Unk moves. MLS Unk. Inter Miami have 8 shots. Nashville SC just have 1. The only shot they have is that one that the only shot that Nashville SC has in the first half was that one that Schaffelberg botched, but not good for Nashville SC just has not looked good in the first half attack wise. Just have not looked good. Mr. Mister says it wouldn't be Unk FC, it'd be Granddad FC, Retirement Home FC, 401k FC. Schaffelberg fouled by Noah Allen. That's definitely gonna be called. Yeah, you definitely come on, Noah. You definitely fouled him. Come on. Ace Lino says Suárez running like John Wick out here. Yeah. I think someone said in a stream he runs like Naruto. Roca says to point out touches in opposition box, Miami 6, Nashville 5. These are really low numbers for a first half. Yeah. Not been the most exciting first half, but there's still added time left. The 45th minute's about to happen. We'll see what the added time is going to be for the first half. I'd say probably like 3 minutes. Oh, 1 minute of added time? Really? I'm surprised by that. Only 1 minute of added time. 1 minute of added time in the first half with Inter Miami and Nashville SC. Hany Mukhtar has a free kick in a dangerous spot. We'll see what he does with this at the corner of the box. Let's see. Hagseth is kind of open. We'll see if he passes to him. He takes a shot. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he crosses this. DePaul just fell down. How did he fall down? Schaffelberg cleared. Schaffelberg got to just keep heading up and down. Oh, Suárez. Oh, he whiffed. Suárez whiffed too high over the goalpost. That was a whiff by Costa. Looks like the first half whistle has been blown. Inter Miami is up 1-0 over Nashville SC in the first half of the first MLS playoff game in this series and in MLS in general. 1-0. Inter Miami over Nashville SC. And every game we do, it doesn't matter who's playing, we always rate the first half. So I want to get you guys involved. I want to ask you, what would you rate? And by the way, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break because I've drank a lot of liquids, a lot of fluid today. But before I go for a quick bathroom break, I want to ask you guys, what would you rate that first half performance by Inter Miami, 1 through 10, 1 being abysmal, 10 being perfect? What would you rate the first half performance by Inter Miami, 1 through 10? Let me know while I take a 30-second bathroom break. What would be your ranking 1 through 10 of Miami's performance in the first half? All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, got a lot of scores here. Roca says 5 out of 10. Cringe says 7.5 out of 10. Ernestinho says 5 or 6 out of 10. The Galactic Prophet says 6 out of 10 would be a 4 out of 10 if not for the goal. Nick Smith says 6. Amy's a 5. Mid is a 6. Tony's a 6. SPH is a 6 out of 10. Mr. Mister's a 6 out of 10. Corey says, or sorry, as a Corey Waterston. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Says Miami's a 6. Ashcan says that they're a 9 out of 10. That was a great flying header by Messi. By the way, Cringe, appreciate you could stop for stopping by. My friend Blake says he's a 7 out of 10. I would say that was probably like a 7 out of 10 as well. I agree with that. I don't think it was perfect. I thought Messi looked really energetic in the first half, which is good. You want to see that. But I think everything else around him was pretty lackluster. I don't think that, obviously Allende hasn't really done anything. Luis Suárez had the assist to Messi for the header, but I don't think he's really been that effective in the first half. Outside of that, he missed 2 golden. He had 2 chances. He wasn't able to score. I would say he was bad. I just don't think he was great. Busquets had a really bad giveaway. Like we talked about Noah Allen, his bad giveaway to Schaffelberg, which he should have scored that up. He should have scored that chance. I mean, honestly, I think there was a couple bad performances, but overall, I would just say it was kind of mid outside of Messi. I'd say it was mid. I'd say 7 out of 10. Yeah, like someone said, if they went for that goal, maybe it'd be a 4 out of 10, but Messi looks energetic. But this is my whole point about Inter Miami. My whole point about Inter Miami is that if Messi is not playing good, I'm taking the headset off for a second. If Messi is not playing good, how much trouble is this team in? They are so dependent on him that if he doesn't score or if he doesn't play to a certain level, this team's in trouble. Who's stepping up around him? It sure as hell isn't Tadio Allende. He's not stepping up. Luis Suárez can't run anymore. He's probably faster pushing a wheelchair at this point. Sergio Busquets is turning the ball over. He had one pass that was really nice, but it was to Luis Suárez, and he's not going to make that run. He's too slow. Jordi Alba, I mean, I guess he's been okay. Nothing special. Ian Frey's had 2 crosses that have just went inside the net. Haven't been good at all. I think Ian Frey has not been good tonight. I just think the team around him is just very, very mid. And that's the thing. Nashville SC hasn't even looked that good. Nashville SC has not even looked that good. So if Nashville SC is in this game, they haven't looked good. What happens when Inter Miami plays a team that's better than Nashville SC that can score on Inter Miami, who has a more lethal threat, right? That's putting pressure on Inter Miami. Just a lot of red flags. A lot of red flags with Inter Miami, I think, in that first half, but I'd still give it a 7 out of 10. I will give it a 7 out of 10. Willingness Timmy Mac, blessed by battered herons. Timmy Mike. What do you mean with that? Timmy Mike. Can you guys hear me pretty well? Allende should not have started this game. I'm confused by that. Replace him with Segovia. You don't need to replace him with Segovia. You need to replace him with Matteo Salvetti, the guy who just balled out at the U20 World Cup. That's who needs to be starting for Matteo. Tadio Allende needs to be Matteo Salvetti. Hacker says calm halftime defense making a lot of mistakes. They are making a lot of mistakes. That's what I'm saying is what are they going to do when they have a team who is less forgiving with some of these mistakes Inter Miami has made? What are they going to do then? That's the question. What is Inter Miami going to do when they have these mistakes? And I want to get to this real quick. I want to announce the winner of the FC26 giveaway. Let me get my phone out here real quick. I just want to read this name correctly. It's a pretty common viewer of the show. Hold on, give me one sec. I don't know why my Face ID is not working really well. So the winner of the giveaway for the FC26 is Stephen Gabby Perez 695. Stephen Gabby Perez 695 is the FC26 winner in the contest. And if you're not watching, Stephen, I'll make a post, saying that you won. But if you are, I'll try to get your information. We'll work something out. But it's Steven Gabby Perez, the winner of FC 26. I just wanted to put that out there before I forgot it. Didn't want to leave anyone hanging on that. Nick Smith says that's BS. I demand a recount. I just picked it randomly. I just scrolled and just randomly picked somebody to just scrolled and up and down and picked someone to win it. Well, the first half, yes. Inter Miami, I'd agree. Matteo Silvetti needs to come on in the second half. We'll see if Javier Mascherano makes any changes. He normally doesn't make a lot of changes, or if any changes in the second half. I would expect that to be similar in this match. I mean, why would he do anything abnormal compared to what he normally does for Inter Miami, right? I just don't see that happening. But they got to wake up. They're going to have to convert some chances. They're going to have to play a lot better, because here's the thing. There is no aggregate. Like, if they win 1-0, fine, that's cool. But then they got to go back to Nashville the second time in 2 weeks. Go play there and beat them there. And they got to play better than this. Like, this does not look anything like the team that we saw against Nashville SC on decision day. This does not look like the same team. So there's a lot of cause for concern, but it's still a 7 out of 10 just because Messi, like I said, most important piece is Lionel Messi. And if he's playing well, you'll probably win. But the problem is, what are they going to do when he does not play well? What are they going to do then? Nick Smith says Silvetti will come on for Allende around the 60th minute. We'll see if he does. Who's in second place? There's no second place. Blake says Busi needs to be investigated by the FBI for that pass. Oh, brother. Cello is the answer. Cello, yeah. Now, I would consider, Keyshawn says 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks to be the second time they played Nashville in 2 weeks. They played at Nashville on decision day, and they're playing again. What I think, is it next Friday? I want to say that game 2 is. I could be wrong about that, but I want to say it's next Friday. Let me check. I don't know why my phone keeps messing up. Let me check the calendar real quick and see when Nashville and Inter Miami play again. Let's see. The 1st. So yeah, next Friday. Right? No, that's Halloween. Next Saturday. So they play next Saturday. Inter Miami will play Nashville SC on next Saturday. So it's actually going to be longer than a week. It'll be 8 days off. Kind of crazy when you think about it. Cringe says Segovia and Silvetti off the bench will be deadly in the second half. If he makes those adjustments, if he makes those substitutions. I don't know if he's going to. Keyshawn says, oh, I thought you meant they don't play for another 2 weeks. No, they definitely. Yeah, my bad if that's the way it came across. But yeah, they play like 3 times in the next 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. But we'll see. We'll see if he makes the adjustments. But I want to ask you guys this, because the second half will probably start in the next 5 minutes. So I want to ask you guys, what is your second half predictions for this match? Who do you have winning? What is the score of this game going to be based off of what we've seen in the first half? What's your score prediction? Who's going to win based on what we saw in the first half between Inter Miami versus Nashville SC? And while you guys are letting me know that, make sure you guys like this stream down below. We're at 42 likes. We're only 8 away from 50. We're trying to hit 50 before the half starts. Smash the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 12K by MLS Cup final day. Month and a half away. A lot of momentum. Biggest MLS channel that there is. Thanks to you guys and all your support. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A lot of stuff coming up. A lot of MLS content, especially MLS playoff content, you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. Nick Smith says 2-1 Miami. Blake says 2-1 Miami. Ace Lino says still 5-0 Messi hat trick. Mr. says I'm still saying Miami 3-1. Roca says Miami needs to drop the wingbacks deeper to support the buildup. Messi and Suárez are having to drop too deep to get involved, as there's little support for the first line of buildup. Sounds very familiar. Sounds like LAFC. Cali Rex says 1-1 Miami. Miami wins on penalties. Roca says 2-2. Who wins if it goes 2-2? Cringe says 2-1 Miami. Nashville SC will get a goal. That's when Mashi will freak out and bring out the big guns, Segovia, Salvetti, and Yannick Bright. Amy says, guys, chill. Mid T says Miami 3, Miami 1. That I'm not. I know you made a typo, but I was gonna say, damn, that's crazy. Miami's beating themselves and losing to themselves. That would be quite the outcome to lose and beat yourself and win against yourself. Um, yeah, I would say that I'm probably 2-1. So I'm gonna stick to my original prediction. I do think that Inter Miami are going to win this match. I think it's going to be 2-1. I think there's going to be a slip up. The Inter Miami defense has been playing with fire way too much. And I think that they're going to let something slip past goal. And I just think, but I do think Inter Miami are going to be able to get back on this, are going to be able to pull one back and take the lead and win 2-1. I don't think they're going to be able to play a clean game, though. I don't think they're going to be able to keep a clean sheet for Rocco Rios Novo. I think they're going to probably concede at least one goal. But, winning is very important. I mean, as long as they get the win, they just need one more until they advance into the next round of the playoffs. I don't think Nashville SC, they're playing way too sloppy tonight, and they don't really have a lot of chance. They've only got one shot tonight, maybe two now since the Sam Surge shot attempt towards the end of the game. But Nashville SC is just playing way, way, way too sloppy, and I'm just not seeing any explosive play in the final third. Hany Mukhtar has been very disappointing in this game. Schaffelberg, not good. Hany Mukhtar, just not the same player he was a couple years ago. Very disappointing to see. He's not that old. He's only 30 years old, so it's not like or maybe he's 31 now, but it's not like he's like way past his prime and he's too old at this point. He's only 30, 31 years old. Hany Mukhtar, very disappointing in this game. A lot of players for Nashville SC that have been disappointing. So I'm going to stick to my prediction 2-1. I think Inter Miami pull this off. I think they're going to win, take game one, head into Nashville next week with a one, is an elimination game if they win. Javier Mascherano is whispering to Messi right now. The second half is about to be underway. Inter Miami, you're up 1. Nashville SC, you're up, or have not scored at all. So they're up 1-0. Second half's about to kick off. Ernest says, with Miami, that is possible. They can beat themselves. That would be funny. Nick Smith says, Nashville sitting back, they'll start pushing up, and Miami will have more chances. Mr. says, I could see an MLS club going for Ben Diaz in the winter. And by the way, the second half is officially kicked off. Roca says, BJ is smart. He'll add an extra man into the Nationals midfield to outnumber Miami and exploit the space between their center backs and wing backs. He doesn't want to hold possession. I think BJ Callen is very good at making adjustments. We'll see if he's able to do that. Mascherano told Messi to let him know Messi wants in. Is Suárez retiring this season? Uwe says. I don't think I don't know yet. It's still up in the air. I would lean that he probably will, but who knows? I mean, maybe he does want to be part of MSN. We'll see. I know that I think he wants to go back to Nacional of Uruguay and play maybe one more season. I just don't know how he does that. If he plays in Inter Miami one more season, I don't know how that's even possible. Bad giveaway by Acosta. Looking for Nahar. Nick Smith says, no, La Tortuga's coming back, baby. He might. I don't know. I don't want to say that he's definitely coming back just because. Ooh, nice pass. Oh my God. If Hagstedt was there, no one was on the other end of that cross from Nahar. But if Jordi Alba and Busquets, I wasn't for sure that they were going to retire. I definitely didn't think that Jordi Alba was going to retire, but you just can't really predict what's going to happen. I mean, plus he's out of contract. I mean, he'd have to take a huge pay. I don't think he's worth 1.5 mil at this point. So he'd have to take a discount if he wanted to come back to Inter Miami next year in 2026. He'd have to take a discount. He'd have to. I mean, he's just not worth the money at this point. Roque Santa Cruz is still playing, so anything is possible. We'll see. Oh, good pass. Schaffelberg. Terrible. Was trying to play it to Sam Surge, but maybe was it a goal kick? Put my headset back on so I can hear. Yeah, Sam Surge, what are you doing? Why did he that on the cross from or the pass from Andy Nahar? Now, to be fair, Hagset should have been there, but Sam Surge should have been there too. He should have been in the vicinity. I don't know why he's just holding Maxi Falcone instead of trying to run into the box. Roca says Neymar would only move to MLS before the World Cup if Santos were relegated in the Brazilian League. His deal runs out in December, though, so he's going to have to extend it. Nice pass from DePaul. Uh, it's offside by Allende, though. Roque SC been balling since before I was even born. Hagseth. Oh. Hagseth was pulling on Tadio Yende's shirt. "49 minutes. Yeah, so Inter Miami hasn't lost to there's a handball on Ian Frey. No call though. I don't think that Inter Miami Inter Miami hasn't lost to Maxi Falcone pushing Serge in the back when he's on the ground. I don't think they lost him since May 17th, 2023. So 2 years, over 2 years. Maxi Falcone playing for the yellow from Sam Surge. On Sam Surge. Yeah, Maxi Falcone's done a very good job of getting frustrating Sam Surge. Sam Surge been very, very disappointing tonight for Nashville SC. Uwe says he was the best he was a beast in FIFA '08. I think he was at Bayern for a minute. Keitlinger, excuse me. Blake Keitlinger says, who had Messi header in their bingo card? Not me. It's Miami's only lost one match this year when they have the lead at half. They're 16-1-1. 16-1-1. Ace Lino says, fight, fight, fight. It could. I mean, the tension could keep escalating, and there could be. I don't think there's gonna be like a brawl between Sam Surridge and Maxi Falcone, but definitely some tension, and there could be something that happens. It might get chippier as the game goes on. Free kick Inter Miami. Messi's lining up over it. Rodrigo DePaul's next to him. I'd be very surprised if Messi doesn't take this. Messi, free kick. Suárez is pleading for a handball. Uwe says, real talk, when we get in that salary cap increase. I don't know. I don't think is that a handball on Nahar? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna be a handball. Neymar's family got business ties with Santos. His dad wants him there. Plans to do it like Madrid does with the vets. Renew year by year. As far as I've read, he intends to stay there if not relegated. Well, I mean that would be a good thing for Inter Miami if that's the case because they don't need to sign Neymar. But then again, Neymar, to Miami's always had those legs. There's been a lot of interest in that happening. Blake says, which brawl was more notorious, Seattle in the Leagues Cup or LAFC in CONCACAF Champions Cup? Messi. Oh, good defending. Oh, probably the Seattle. Probably Seattle brawl with Inter Miami. Throw in for Nashville SC. Schaffelberg was going to take it, but looks like Andy Nahar is going to take the throw in instead. All right. See if Nashville can do anything inside the final third. Oh, Zimmerman whiffed. Palacios passes it out to Acosta. Lovitz to Zimmerman. Was it Schaffelberg? God, Schaffelberg has been ass tonight. He's so bad. Boots gets shown a yellow card. Boots gets called for a yellow. Fouling tag Seth. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. I don't think that was malicious, but I mean, studs were up. He did give him the side of the leg. I don't know. That seems like a bang bang play, but maybe that's a little harsh. Blake says, "Yeah, the spit by Suárez was it for me." Yeah, I mean that whole thing was just a shit show. I need San Diego versus Inter Miami final. Prime Suárez or Prime dude, Prime Suárez was nuts. I don't even know if Prime Kane, I don't even think is better than Prime Lewandowski, Prime Suarez, Prime Zlatan. Yeah, I don't think he's even close. Nashville are running out of ideas when they're trying to use Rory D-Lap tactics. Yeah, so I guess they're gonna give the foul. They're gonna keep the foul. Hany Mukhtar's taking the free kick. I used to wonder why Schaffelberg wasn't in Europe, and now I see why. Tony says that's funny as hell. Yeah, no, I mean he's been abysmal today. He's terrible. Schaffelberg has been absolutely atrocious today for Nashville SC. I think he single-handedly cost him this game. I think he single-handedly cost him this game. This game is getting chippy, by the way. Sam Surge gets yellow. I mean, the push was kind of. I mean, that he was definitely selling the push. I mean, let's be honest here. The push was definitely sold there. I mean, it wasn't that crazy. It wasn't that hard of a push, but he sold it. Uwe says, I will not tolerate Kane slander. Nah, Kane he's the best striker in the world right now, but we're talking about the GOATs. Suarez needs to take a bite out of the ref's ear. Mike Tyson, the ref's ear. All right, Mukhtar, free kick. What the? Hany Mukhtar has been so bad tonight. He's just I think Hany Mukhtar might be washed. He's just not nearly as good of a player as he was 2 or 3 years ago. Roka says every time I see Philip Dujic refereeing, I can only think of about however. Oh, Mukhtar, what the hell was that? Barney says this guys are completely South American footballing them. Blake says, I feel like I'm at an elementary schoolyard in Rosario on a weeknight. Big Chungus says Mukhtar should put fries in the bag. I think he's cooked, man. I don't think he's nearly as good as he was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think he's definitely regressed. Not the same guy we're used to watching play for Nashville SC. Washed at 31 is crazy. It happens though. There's been several players that have been washed at 31. Hell, I think Wayne Rooney was washed at like 30. Yeah, it feels like they're just trying to suck the air out of the room. They're trying to milk the clock. I just feel like the last 5 minutes they've been inside the Nashville's SC's final third that just nothing has happened. Just 5 minutes of wasted time going back and forth. We're probably gonna get like 8 minutes of added time because of all this stuff. Probably gonna get 8 minutes of added time just because of all this nonsense that's happened in the final third. Yeah, Raheem Sterling definitely was washed at 30 at 28, 29. Rooney aged from 30 to 60 in 5 years. Yeah, I think he aged from like I want to say Wayne Rooney really started to like decline around the time he was 28 or 29 is when I feel like he really started to decline. Rooney put miles in the tank since 16, so that one is more understandable. That's fair. That's fair, but I also think that a lot of people, I mean, like, dude, Messi and Ronaldo been playing just as long too. Yende falls down inside the box. On brand. Roca says Rooney looks that last man in the iron lungs guy. Oh God. Yeah, he really has. I mean, he looks terrible. If only Tadio Yende was any good at football. If he was good at anything, he's terrible. This has been a pretty painful, lackluster match. I would say outside of the header, it's been pretty painful to be honest with you. Messi with the ball, pass it to Ian Frey. He's gonna do a terrible cross. Decent cross. Good header. Was that Tadio Yende? Tadio Yende actually scores. Hey, right when we say it, Mr. Tadio Yende scores. Tadio Yende with the header. Put Inter Miami up 2-0. He is alive. He does have a pulse. Tadio Yende is in fact alive, people. He is in fact alive. He just scored across from Ian Frey. That is funny. The reverse jinx is crazy. Hey, listen, up until this point, Ian Frey had some pretty bad crosses. The first half was not very good. I mean, listen, with the space he just had right there, no one was marking Tadio Yende. He'll never have an easier goal. But I will say this, the Nashville collapse is crazy. The Nashville collapse has been crazy. Mr. says, I'm amazed. This game is over, Big Chungus says. They heard you talking shit, Galactic Prophet. Listen, man, Allende could score a hat trick tonight, and everything said about him would still be justified of all his shortcomings with Inter Miami. Yeah, Zimmerman was definitely sleeping. The amount of time wasting with this Inter Miami team will feed generations. I mean, I'm wondering if they do. I am wondering if they do take Allende out for Matteo Salvetti since he did score the goal. I'm wondering if he'll play the full 90. The fact that Allende is better than all of us at kicking a ball impresses me. It's not saying much, though. 2-0 Inter Miami over Nashville SC. 64 minutes into this match. Probably going to be 6 minutes of ad time. Hany Mukhtar frustration found Rodrigo de Paul. God, Rodrigo de Paul does fall down quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. They're showing a replay of the goal. I mean, Palacios and was that Palacios or was that Acosta? I think it was Acosta. No one's just marking. Nobody's marking Tadio Allende. DePaul kickstarting the time wasting. That's South American football for you. DePaul does nothing but fall. He's not Patrick Ajimong level, though. Busan says, last time I saw DePaul sprinting was 2 years ago. Damn, 2 years? Two goals with similar issues, no one's marking or even pressing. Yeah, Walker Zimmerman is cooked, and he's making $3.5 million a year. $3.5 million. And that's the kind of defending we're seeing. You can't win an MLS Cup at this point if you got a DP center back. You can't do that. It's a wasted spot. Throw in for Inter Miami. And that makes it 400 assists for the GOAT. Yeah, it does because the hockey assists. Yeah, you're right. Even though Ian Frey really should get that assist, but yeah. I mean, Ian Frey will get that assist, but it should only be Ian Frey. God, bad giveaway. But they won't make anything of it. Look at that. Look at that. Hany Mukhtar. Golden opportunity. Wide. Hany Mukhtar is washed. I'm telling you, he's washed. He is washed. Zimmerman is the best at throwing fishes onto the ice rinks. Oh, the catfish at the Preds game. Hany Mukhtar, free kick. He'll probably make me eat my words. I tweeted, "Is Hany Mukhtar washed?" I tweet that he'll probably score a free kick here. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll get an assist, but he'll probably. That's when things normally happen. Is when I start calling people out. The jinx. Who thought Zimmerman was worth about 70,000 pounds a week? I have no. Someone tried to tell me it was because he played for the national team. It's not like he's even you know, he wasn't even a mainstay for the national team. He wasn't like starting every game and just like an integral piece. I don't think any person's going to Nashville SC game because Walker Zimmerman plays for him. It's absurd. They're way overpaying for him. Tony says, no idea why they would have an MLS lifer center back as a DP. It would make sense if it was Eddie Pope. Zimmerman needs a pay cut, definitely. All the Nashville fans are going to come after me for saying that, but I mean it's true. He's not very good. Bro was Greg Berhalter's bias pick for the USMT. Brooks should have been playing over him. No, I definitely agree with that. Messi. Oh, all right. Nashville SC's making a couple changes. Ernest says premium prices here in LA. He played for a national team and played for the LAFC. I remember when they traded him, I thought that was crazy, but I don't think they really missed him since he left. Brugman needs to cook. We'll see. We'll see if these guys can come on the pitch and immediately make an impact. Roberto says, in general, in the United States, need to stop using the national team as an MLS promotional tool. By the way, Segovia is coming on. Looks like he'll probably come on for Baltasar Rodriguez. He is. Promotional tool. It's supposed to be about quality of play and not because you represent MLS, if you get what I mean. No, I definitely get what you mean. It should always be about quality versus brand or um, like appeal. So Baltasar Rodriguez is off. Telasco Segovia is on. Dodgers Blue Jays game tied 2-2. Interesting. Roca says, well, now after the subs, Nashville will improve and score 2 goals. Mark my words, 2-2 Nashville wins on penalties. That would be a hell of a choke job if that happened. Busquets to Messi. Messi, oh, just a little short, looking for Tadio Yende. Lovitz. Tagseth. Back to Lovitz. To Tagseth. Oh, that's a handball on Surge. Should have been. Suárez. God, bad pass by Jordi Alba. Uwe says, I know they are salivating at the fact that they will promote the heck out of MLS during the World Cup. Will it make a difference, though? It's a question. Will it make a difference? I'm not sure. Brugman to Surridge. He's able to get to it. Is that Matteo Salvetti walking on the sideline? I can't tell who that is. I think it is Salvetti. I want to say Matteo Salvetti's about to come in too for Allende. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone was walking on the sidelines. So it looked like Matteo Salvetti. Blake says my bingo card is screwed tonight. Be curious to see what your bingo card was. 72 minutes in, Inter Miami up 2-0 over Nashville SC. Just coasting by. Nashville SC played a very sloppy game. Inter Miami played a decent game, nothing crazy. Bad defending by Nashville SC, especially inside the box. Poor marking by the center backs. Led to 2 goals inside the box. Why does Miami legit feel like they play dirty? They fall, they complain, they fight a lot. I wouldn't say that they're dirty. Oh, Jordi Alba, he's running for his life. He gets to it. Oh, goes out of bounds off of Jordi Alba. Jordi, it definitely came off you. Come on, man. It definitely came off of you. Come on. Mr. says only way they'll make a difference is raising the salary cap. We're hoping for that. We're preaching that every single season. Every year until it happens. Oof. Did that touch anybody? That's a bad pass by Zimmerman if it didn't deflect off anyone. Let's see. Oh my God, Zimmerman, what the hell was that? 70,000 a year for that guy. Thoughts on McKinney moving to MLS after the World Cup? I mean, do we know for sure he won't move there before the World Cup? I mean, is he really even playing that much at Juventus? DePaul. Oh, just wide. That pass was terrible by Walker Zimmerman. That was a terrible pass. There's been a lot of mid passes tonight. Terrible passes. Yende almost had another one. Yeah, this is pathetic. This Nashville SC team feels like they're broken. Miami is the dirt you find deep in a bag, but we love the dirt. If we get 3 header goals tonight, I will win $5 million. That would be crazy to have 3 goals, 3 headers tonight. That should be the game plan. It's the way they should attack it, though. The opportunities that they have. DePaul, beautiful pass to Messi. Segovia, back to Messi. Out wide to Jordi Alba. He's not able to get 2, goes out of bounds for a Nashville SC throw in. Does anyone in Nashville, that Nashville defense, know how to mark? I don't think they do. I mean, Palacios and Zimmerman have both been horrible tonight, but I'm going to pin it more on Zimmerman because he's the highest paid defender on the team. He's the captain. He I don't know if he actually is wearing the captain's armband tonight, but maybe Mukhtar's wearing the captain's armband. No, I guess he is wearing the captain's armband. Zimmerman is. Or is he not? Who the hell's wearing the captain's armband? Okay, he is wearing the captain's armband. He hasn't acted like a captain to me tonight. He's been ass. Zimmerman has not been acting like a captain tonight. Busan says Atlanta fought 10 times harder last year with far less talent. Yeah, this Nashville team does not look very good. Oh my God, Suárez, how did you? Oh, is he okay? Joe Willis got absolutely collided into. Let's see what happened. That was a pretty brutal collision. Let's see. Who ran into Joe Willis? Was it Zimmerman that ran into him, or was it Lovitz? Lovitz. Oh, let's see. Let me watch a replay on this a little closer. Didn't look good. Oh, yeah, that was just so awkward. It looked like he elbowed him right in the that looked like Lovitz actually hurt his elbow. It looked like Willis. Looked like Joe Willis got elbowed in the head. Yeah, Joe Willis got elbowed in the head. It looked like Lovitz. I don't want to say he dislocated anything, but it was very awkward the way his elbow and his arm went. And it looks like Matteo Salvetti, the U20 stud, is coming in for Inter Miami for Tadio Allende. Let's see what he can do for Inter Miami. Matteo Salvetti, the crown jewel prospect. Messi giving him some advice. Barney says Salvetti, my goat. For 70K a week, I'd expect him to mark every blade of grass in his own box. 70K a week in MLS, he better not concede a single. He shouldn't be mismarking anyone. They're gonna do a check on Joe Willis, make sure he doesn't like. I don't say concussion protocol, just make sure everything's good with him. Ashkin says reminiscent of Virgil Van Dyke on Alexis McAllister. That elbow to the back of the head happened recently. The Hebrew Hammer says that's some serious facial hair for 70K. Blake says, see, some fan with a silver vet jersey just ran onto the pitch. Uwe says, bro, 70K a week. I expect Vidic like performance in MLS. Nashville need to move on from Zimmerman. I don't know what his deal is, but he just can't be a DP. That's just poor spending. Poor spending. Jordi Alba. Rocco. Back to Jordi. "79 minutes in, Nashville SC's attack has just been so like the whole team has just been terrible today. This is honestly one of the worst games I've seen Nashville SC play in 2025. I think they've just been bad from top to bottom. They've just been really, really bad. The last two games against Inter Miami, keep in mind, this is not the first time they played. It's the second game. They've been outscored 7-2 in the last two matches against Miami with decision day and with this match. Roca says MLS needs to improve team staff, US made plus foreign, focus on system based teams, not just money bags. Money matters, but shouldn't be the main reason to win. We rely too much on the soccer federation for those projects. Boosin says one shot on target by Noah, and even that was barely a shot. No way you use a DP spot on a center back at any point ever in with MLS rules. No, I agree. You don't use it. You don't use a DP on a center back. You don't use a DP on a goalkeeper, and you sure as hell don't use a DP on a fullback. No defenders, no goalkeepers. None of them can be DPs. Roberto says Inter Miami has been owning the hell out of Nashville. I can't even remember the last time Miami beat Nashville. You mean the last time Nashville beat Miami? Yeah, I got you. It said no May 17th, 2023, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Mukhtar's been bad, Schaffelberg's been bad, Zimmerman's been bad, and so on. I mean, it's been a very sad game. If you're a Nashville SC fan tonight, it's been terrible. What about a DP defensive midfielder? I guess it depends on who it is. I almost feel frustrated with Nashville, but I have to remind myself I'm a Miami fan. I'm just surprised that Nashville SC hasn't scored tonight. I think that's the thing I'm most surprised by is that Nashville has not scored tonight because Inter Miami's defense is just so inconsistent. That's a huge win for Inter Miami to not concede a goal tonight. And there's going to be six. There shouldn't be, but there's probably going to be 6 minutes of added time. Messi, Savetti. Oh, Savetti. He was looking back for Messi. Maybe he was looking for Suárez. It's out for a corner. Inter Miami. William Mara. Hi, Will. Good evening, bro. Appreciate you for stopping by. Hope you're having a great night, William, from Ecuador. See who Savetti was looking for. Yeah, I think Savetti was looking back for Messi. Oh, Jordi Alba with a 70-yard field goal. Good. Savetti didn't have an angle. Yeah, it was a tough angle. It was a tough angle. Oh, Sam Surge is ghosting like 2023 Erling Haaland. Get Alba off. He's tired. Yeah, Alba definitely does look fatigued. Busquets, Segovia, Jordi. Looking for Luis. There's no way Luis would have been able to make it to that. Alba was aiming for Venus. Hany. God, Hany's so washed. Five minutes plus add time left. Alan says the Chicago game was more fun than this snooze fest. This kind of has been a snooze fest, but Inter Miami's rolling. Nashville's a disaster. They've been a disaster tonight. Why is Suárez still in the field? That's just what Suárez does. He plays full 90. Suárez. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter good or bad. Bad knees. 40 years old, 30 years old. Suárez plays full 90s. It's just what he does. Just what he does when Inter Miami. He plays full 90. Rightfully or wrongfully so. It's just what he does. Wild fact: Nashville's only got one shot on target with Schaffelberg's chance in the 11th minute. Yeah, that's bad. Why is Mascherano scared of subbing these Barca guys off? I don't know. Messi, good pass, too slow, too slow. It's funny though. Zimmerman didn't look that much faster than Suárez right there, which is kind of sad. Mister says Nashville 1 out of 10 performance. One of the worst performances I've seen in the playoffs in a long time. A long time. One of the worst performances I've seen. Nashville's been terrible tonight. Jane the Man says Miami needs to wrap it up away, and then they're in the quarters. Would be a huge improvement from last year. I'm trying to remember what the score was. They won the first game in the first game last year against Atlanta. I just don't remember what the score was. But they obviously had the collapse in this game 2 and game 3. So they got to take care of business next week, and they've done it against Nashville SC in last week when they in decision day they won 5-2. So I'm not really. I'm not really concerned that Miami could win that game, but they got to take care of business next week. Messi, nice turn. Was looking for Suárez. 7 guys, 8 guys inside the box. Angel says, I'm severely disappointed for Nashville. Ernestino says, the score doesn't matter, does it? No, it does. That's the thing. There's no aggregate. It doesn't matter. Inter Miami could have won the 7-0 and lost the next 2 or 1-0, and they'd be eliminated. Roca says, up to now, La Tortuga is still running back to his position after dropping deep and helping the build up in the first half. He's only good for about one half. Blake says the FBI needs to investigate Nashville. That's funny. Chauncey, is that you? Yannick Bright's coming in. Luhan's coming in. So he's made 5 subs tonight. He's subbed out Allende. He subbed out Balthasar, Rodrigo De Paul, Ian Frey. Interesting. Keyshawn says Nashville has to come back with a vengeance at home. I don't know if they are. Messi. Out wide to Matteo Savetti. Oh, nice. That's a nice play by Savetti. Blake says, love the camera shot of Nashville supporters group coach, or I think he's meant Nashville coach with 3 kids and VI NSG coach, NSG coach with 3 kids in VIP section all on their phones. Bro, I had some hot chicken in honor of Nashville that kicked my ass now. That's funny. Silvetti has moves like FC 25 players, like my FC 25 players. Oh, God, this attack is so bad. So we got like 5 seconds left of regular time. Plus, there's I don't know how much added time is going to be, but I would assume it's going to be 11 minutes of added time. Oh my God, 11 minutes. That's torture. Oh my God, 11 minutes is insane. I mean, listen, it's not a total surprise though, because at the end of the first or the beginning of the second half, they were just wasting time in the final third. There was like an 6 to 8 minute sequence where just nothing happened in the final third for Nashville. The fouls, the constant fouls, the free kick, the talking, the injuries. I mean, 11 minutes is wild though. 11 minutes is crazy. Like we don't have anywhere to be. Like we don't have anywhere to be. 11 minutes is insane. This ref is crazy. We got 10 minutes left of added time, by the way. Oof. Three-one is fitting to be the final score. I mean, 11 minutes, there could be another goal or 2 scored. I doubt it, but there could be. It's a lot of time. These teams do look gas, though. These teams are cooked. Suárez, you're not making that run. Come on, man. It was a nice pass out to Messi, though. Messi can't get around Palacios. Good tackle by Silvetti. Out of bounds. Inter Miami throw in. That was a good tackle by Silvetti. Mr. Mister says you could play until next Saturday, and I doubt Nashville would score. Not with what we've seen tonight. They definitely cannot disagree with that. What we saw tonight's been abysmal. They're gonna have to figure some things out, or they're in trouble. They're in deep trouble. Uwe says, "What exactly happened there for there to be 8 or 11 minutes of added time?" I mean, they were messing around in the final third, like between like minutes 50 through 58. They were just like foul after foul, arguing. Rodrigo De Paul to be getting pushed down by Surridge, and then Luis Suarez got a foul, and just so much. What the hell was that? Nashville number 3 looks like Ibrahimovic circa 2005. The Schmitz guy looks like, is that Schmidt? I'll have to look and see if that was who it is. Probably was. If there was no playoffs, if it were simply another league phase after the regular season where all 16 teams played each other for 3 points, home and away, which team do you think would win? I have no idea. I guess it just depends on where the games are. A lot of nuance to that. I mean, I guess, but 11 minutes, 6 should be suffice. Yeah, 6 would be fine. 5 would be fine. Hell, for me, 2, 3. I mean, it's not like Nashville's going to score here. I mean, look at these passes. It's like Nashville turned their attack off tonight. Like that, there's a switch. They turned it off. Attack's off. Attack is off tonight for Nashville SC. There's a bag, a black bag just floating on the pitch right now. Yeah, Schmidt does look a little bit like Zlatan. It's hard to imagine Zlatan without his man bun and his mustache at this point, right? It's hard to imagine him without that. The Galactic Prophecies, I agree, they gave up. We still have 6 minutes of added time left. 6 minutes left of this garbage. Bring back the home and away series. Best of 3 is stupid. Yeah, best of 3 is bad. Best of 3 is a total shit show. Total shit show. Lujan. Silvetti passes it out wide to Suarez. Back to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba crosses it. Oh, Messi scores. Brace for Messi. Inter Miami just dominated. Absolutely dominated Nashville SC. God, Joe Willis looks so defeated right now. This is embarrassing by Nashville SC. Embarrassing performance by Nashville SC. That's the easiest goal Messi's going to ever score in his career. That's such an embarrassing. Not even 7 goals. They've given 8 goals because Nashville SC won 5-2 last game. Now they're up 3-0. So they're up 8. And here's the sad thing, too, to think about this, guys. Because there's no aggregate, like I said, Inter Miami's up 3-0 right now. And after this win, it doesn't matter anymore. It just counts as a win. So even if Nashville wins 1-0 in the next 2 games, they advance. They advance. The 3 goals are the amount of goals that you win by doesn't matter in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Like, it's wiped clean. It just counts as a win. So as soon as this game's over, the goal difference does not matter, and it goes straight to just dub. So that kind of sucks a little bit if you think about it. Joe Willis looks like he's about to cry. Did your neighbor ever look like he was about to cry? Hey, we got enough minutes for a Messi hat trick. I guess there technically could be. I mean, 3-0 Nashville SC look like they've given up. Passed it out wide. Suárez, he able to beat Palacios to that ball. Oh my God. Oh, Jordi Alba was trying to cross it to Matteo Savetti. Harry says, even if it's 2-0 with PKs, you still advance. Yeah, that's true too. Even if Nashville SC and it goes 0-0 in the first in regulation and it goes to penalties, they would win. And that there is no aggregate at all, which is so dumb. I hate this. Blake says Nashville is on the verge to being sold to Memphis. So there's a little bit over 2 minutes left of added time. It's 3-0. Schmidt just going for it for the header. We're going to do a post game after this. I have to do a post game. I do a post game after every watch along to break down the game, talk about what I thought, everything that went wrong, everything that went right. I'm obviously going to give Inter Miami some of their flowers, but I'm also going to roast Nashville SC because they've been abysmal. We'll talk about that post game. Make sure you guys hit that little bell notification so you don't miss the post game recap or any of the other videos. Make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 12,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. I think we could do it. There's a crazy momentum. A lot of people are enjoying the content, and this is the biggest MLS channel there is. So I think we could hit that 12,000. And even if we don't, off the post. Even if we don't, I mean, we've already broke our 10,000. We're just growing like crazy. This thing is just absolutely blowing up. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. If Nashville play like this again, it won't go 3 games. Sam Surge probably should have scored that. This should be the last play of the game. Well, we got 50 seconds left, 60 seconds left. Blake with the $20 super chat says 1 step closer for Miami getting the cup. That's true. 1 game away from advancing to the quarterfinals of MLS Cup Playoffs. The first time they would have ever done this in the history of the club. So that would be an impressive feat and better than what they've done last year when they got eliminated by Atlanta United in the first round. So if you're an Inter Miami fan, congratulations. You're 1 game away from the quarterfinals. If you're a Nashville SC fan, may God have mercy on your soul. Oh, Hany Mukhtar actually scored. Wow. He actually scored. In meaningless time, he scored. 3-1. I was 1 goal off, so it's 3-1. Inter Miami over Nashville over Nashville SC. Yeah, that was a nice free kick, but he had been missing all night long, and Rocco probably should have saved that. I mean, he had a hand on it. That's the final whistle. Inter Miami has defeated Nashville SC 3-1 in Game 1 of the MLS Cup Playoffs. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in tonight for the live watch along. This is the first of many. Stay tuned for the post-game recap that's going to be dropping probably the next 30 to 40 minutes. You're not going to miss that. Hope you guys have a great night. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.